It appears that the ladies hunger for butter. Well, chomp chomp, because it's time for another episode of... So again, sorry I had to delay this. I ran out of Pixelmon footage, so we were recording a few more episodes. And, well, now we have them, so that's the end of that story, I suppose. As for this story, though, oh, this is going to be an interesting one. Yes, Fallen Angels does indeed have another movie. Well, this one's the first one that I guess is called the Fallen Angels movie because, you know, The Gates was kind of a, I guess more of equivalent of like a special or something. I don't quite know how I would classify this, but it has movie in the title, so that's what we're calling it. So yeah, this was designed very much as, you know, a full-length movie. Well, not full-length movie, full-length for Gacha movies, I mean, by those standards. And Aiden seems to have decided to split these up into parts, which is completely fair. The season 3 of Mutant Girl was supposed to be a movie, and I decided to split that into the actual episodes themselves because I was tired of waiting too long for the actual season. So maybe he understands a bit of that. Oh, thank you for the $50, Ghosty. BB and I are having a conversation about the Victorian era literature, and it's heckin' great. Well, I'm heckin' glad to hear about that. Seems like people were keeping themselves occupied in the meantime. Other people have been clamoring to enter. You know, we had Emily here. We also had KW. I do have Emily here, however. But unfortunately, the other position. Oh, wait. Never mind. I was going to say the position was filled in by Maya, but it seems like we're breaking the rules today because KW is also waiting. I didn't see her.
I just saw it and I thought I was able to... I literally said to myself, wait, if he meant to give it to Maya, then maybe I should go ahead and leave.
Yeah, we were talking about that in the Pixelmon group chat, so that's why that got sent. Alright, well, okay. I was my joke was going to be, oh no, there's no room for KW. She's going to have to do her own reaction on her channel at some point. Oh no, or something like that. But yeah.
I ruined it. I apologize.
And poor Ghosty because he says it's full. Oh no. Okay, right.
It appears I have made a mistake. I should have asked first, but I didn't think. I'm so sorry.
No, I didn't think either because I mean, I said it in the chat that we were on the call on. I forgot that you were also in that chat and you would have realized. And
yeah, I should have asked.
No.
I am sorry.
Oh dear. I mean, I suppose that's leads me to a thought of some people might be wondering, you know, why I haven't reacted to episode 9 of Fallen Angels. That's because we did that on KW's channel. So
yes, we did.
Yeah. Then again, having gone back and revisited it, there were some things because I wasn't there at the start of the stream. There are some things that that I definitely would have wanted to say, but we'll leave those for the time being. Yeah, at some point maybe we'll do like another like collection episodes like I used to do back in the day. But for now, I suppose there is the movie, and this is that movie. It's been quite some time since we wrote this, so I don't quite remember all of the behind the scenes stuff, but there's still a couple of bits of insight that I can think of to talk about. But yeah, I guess before that, I'll let it play out for a bit. So yeah, I guess without further ado, on with the review.
Let me out, Sisyphus, or else, Sisyphus, let me out.
Okay, so Aiden had the same problem I did in season 2 Mutant Girl, where you just have unmoving chains. That's the reason I only moved Reyna's head when she was on the chair, incidentally, rather than anything else. I suppose Thanatos had a bit of a wiggle room in the chains. I always imagine them being extremely tight on purpose, you know, like he's bound to them, but he seems to be able to like just, you know, wriggle out and stuff. Put him in a box. It's not an escape act. So if people don't know, there's in the myth of Sisyphus, that's one of the things that he does is that he tricks Thanatos to show him how the chains work, the chains of death, and Thanatos demonstrates them on himself, but Sisyphus refuses to let him go, and so for a time period, no one was dying, which is that disastrous event in the mythological history was what we use as an excuse for the reason that angels exist in the Butterverse. Which, by the way, that was also briefly covered in season 1 of Fallen Angels, although that was one of the lines where I think it was G-Man as Diogenes, when he explained that story, he said that Thanatos was trapped by syphilis instead of Sisyphus, so that might have been lost in translation, but you know, here we are visualizing that, I suppose.
That makes perfect sense.
Put Thanatos in a Thanabox. Oh my.
Also, hello, Prism.
Oh yes, hello.
I was trapped for so long, and no one was dying. I can't let that happen again.
How do you think we can stop that from happening?
Simple. By having me not work alone.
I
This is the battle of the deep voices.
suppose that would be best. Another humiliating event like that is
Stop
not ideal.
with the herald.
Oh, okay, right. So, Hades doesn't have bones. His godly hand can turn 360 degrees.
Tell me this, do you have any idea how to rectify mediocrity?
Where's Corpse Husband? Yeah, he was busy making a song at this point, so yeah, they couldn't get him in for that conversation.
Thank you, my lord, for that wonderful compliment. But it is easy. Let us make creatures to help me.
By doing what?
By transforming some souls into similar beings to me.
This is what I meant when I said I couldn't remember the writing session, because I would have just not bothered explaining that if this was, because again, this is the origin. Because the movie is called The First Angels, so yeah.
Sure.
For all those lore buffs, this is how it all came to be.
Another
Maintenance your project. As for
You okay there?
Yes, I am perfectly fine. Yes, I am fine.
Oh, okay. No, sorry, I forgot. Yeah, if you're two deep voices at once is probably a lot for you.
As for Sisyphus, bring that upstart king to me, and I shall deal with him myself.
Oh, Ashley.
Stop!
Thank you, Lord Hades. Now, time to pick the lucky souls.
Jacob's evil.
Where's Hermes in all of this? I think he did like. I forgot if he stepped in during the whole event in the first place, but yeah, even with the two of them, wouldn't really be enough. But here we are with some familiar faces. So
Ooh.
going in a direction. I think that might be. I'm trying to remember if that. Oh wait, no. These are the three. These are three judges. I was gonna say, were these like? I forgot what we designed like Hephaestus to look like and such. So I thought, oh, was that Hephaestus and Hermes? Because Hephaestus comes up later. I don't know. Never mind. I'm pretty sure it's the three judges. Minos, Rhadamanthus, and I forgot the other one's name.
They are
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're turning the volume up.
brothers, Mino. Born, bred, and died together. Their deeds matching in both quality and magnitude.
I like it. United until the very end and beyond. Just like us, is not so, Minos?
To my eternal dismay, that is indeed.
I thought we had someone say Mino and then Minos. No consistency. Hey, look, ancient Greece. There could... We don't have records of the pronunciations. Insert BB rant coming now.
Oh god, please, no.
And it seems upon examination that this trio's heroism across the
I love how, like, Raphael is just floating slightly off frame. I do appreciate the floating ghosts and, like, how they're always, like, in a bit of movement. That I just put in this particular angle, it looks very goofy. Remember that I helped to step in and design these three. Well, you did a good job at them.
GG.
life has more than earned them each a place in Elysium.
Oh my gosh, I have not heard a single line that Minos has said so far. I've turned up the volume like at least like 3 separate times. Yeah, this is why I use Audacity to audio balance. Maya recently asked me if I could fix audio in post. Safe to say, for a lot of videos, I've already been doing that, and the fact people haven't noticed is good.
So, if there are not objects, I only see fit to draw this case to a conclusion, and
If you'd permit me, prithee.
Oh.
Greetings once again, Minos, Aeacus, Radamanthus. I
Yeah,
ask
because
you,
that was it.
do not send these souls to Elysium just yet.
Why ever not? Do you know of any foul actions they've taken in life?
Oh, far from it. These souls are the very embodiment of righteousness. If you'll
Is it because like, his scythe looks like it actually is like the same level of transparency as they are?
pardon the phrase, which is why I wish to make them an offer.
Lord
No.
Thanatos, your presence in this courtroom is always an honor, not to mention a surprise. But if you'll permit a humble
Fair.
servant to ask why.
I would normally explain, Aeacus, but I wish for these three to witness my plans up close. Should they refuse, they may come straight back down to Elysium. I'll even take them there myself. Should they accept? Well,
Definitely not going as deep as I thought I would for Thanatos in this scene. Should they refuse, they can come straight back down to Elysium. That's how I do it now. I don't know.
Stop.
Oh yeah, I guess it's a good point to mention something. When originally like Aiden gave like the outline for what he wanted in the script, just to like how it would it was essentially, you know, a collection of I guess well, I mean, I guess everyone was a collection of scenes technically, but like they could sort of like work apart from each other, and it was sort of like just a bunch of vignettes. That was the word. It was vignettes practically of the origin of the angels, or almost a documentary style or something. And one of the things that I remember saying in the writing sessions was that this movie kind of needed a protagonist in some way. And because Thanatos was the one who had the who came up with the idea of the angels, and he had the reason to do so, that was his motivation. So I thought, okay, well, it has to be Thanatos then. So yeah, KW, Thanatos is the main character in this movie.
Oh no! Oh no! Maybe I should have clicked on this restream. I should have known back up.
Hey, I mean, it would have been funny on your channel with Facecam, but you never know.
I expect their good deeds in death to far exceed those in life. I can but hope for now that you shall witness their outcome soon. Great changes shall come to this realm.
Oh yeah, sure. One of them is definitely going to want to usher in great changes.
Evil with that smile. Oh yeah, we're changing the world for the better. Yeah, with an evil grin on his face.
Yep.
Ready?
I guess.
Will this hurt?
Perhaps.
Well, how about you pick different souls and...
Hold on, Elysium. Sorry, hold on a second. Yeah. Okay, so Elysium is not simply the good place people go to if they haven't done something awful. It's the best place. There's so many reasons that I mentioned of the underworld that it should be its own country. The main three, however, are Elysium, where very few go, Asphodel, most people go, as is the average place, and Tartarus, the worst place for particularly they're particularly evil. I always thought the fields of punishment and Tartarus, the way that I view them is actually that they're different places, and Tartarus is like the monstrous realm, the one that even even the phallus creatures do try to avoid. Yeah, that's how I saw them. But I just to briefly bring up Cherub's Tail, that was one thing that we were going to try and capture as far as the underworld setting goes, but that was the infamous scene that Aiden trimmed down. That was like a page of stage direction. So yeah, don't
Oh,
worry.
I
I'm very
remember
much
that.
yeah.
I
I'm very much
remember.
aware.
I remember reacting to the first time, not realizing it was trim until Jacob decided to do a reaction, and I think you did let me join it, and you gave me all like the behind the scenes stuff, and I was just flabbergasted.
Yeah, it's like okay, I'm bringing up the script and I am reading out everything that was in here.
Cherub's Tail, the disappointment of the Butterverse.
Oh my god! Wow.
I feel like that's a little harsh.
Yeah, the Butterflies have fun with disappointing things in Cherub's Tail.
Kind of my
Maybe.
series. My thing. I can say that. Eden did most of the work and Jacob did most of the writing, but I was there. I wrote a death scene. I did some character design. Okay, I fixed most of Aiden's, and I don't think I did anything else because I didn't do it. I came up with the idea.
Hey, look, that was look. This is why we're a team as far as like people above goes. One of us is very quick with editing. The other one is was the writer, one's the designer.
The people above.
Dream team.
Yeah. Okay, but yeah, my point is, rest assured, BB, I'm very much aware of how Elysium works and what it's supposed to be. What we kind of missed out on because Minos was so inaudible was the fact that these three, very much hit as well like the archetype of warrior hero types. They're not actually heroes, like not demigods, but yeah, and
the
so
heroes of the heroes or whatever.
yes. Yeah, so they very much, all three of them, they fell around the same time, but they completed very much the prerequisites that by ancient Greek standards would have granted them passage to Elysium, which is also why Thanatos chose them, because if they qualified for that, then surely, the three of them might be good candidates for this new project going on. So there we go.
I just don't like the response to pulling the shades from Eastland being, oh, did they do something bad? It's not that simple. Almost no one gets to answer the heroes of the heroes go there.
Yeah, so if they ended up doing something bad that would disqualify them from Elysium, then they would need to know that. That's why one of the judges asked, do you know of any foul deeds they have done or something? Because then they would not be the heroes of the heroes anymore. Yeah. Anyway, hello. I guess there's also if you follow the Rick Riordan line of thinking, there's also the Isles of the Blessed if you get reborn 3 times. Not that they they got to that stage, they couldn't actually appeal for that yet.
Did anyone get reborn 3 times?
Well, we wouldn't know, would we?
I guess so.
we wouldn't. Yeah, we wouldn't know. Unless there's a conspiracy theory that Percy's baby sister is actually the reincarnation of Luke or something.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 I do not want to go down that path. No!
The complete nope, not even a consideration.
No! We're not going down that path. We're not. No. You know why? Because, well, Luke was a bad guy, right? Everyone knows this at this point, right?
He was a bad boy. He just.
No! I was trying to get that song out of my head, Jacob Butter. You have to
I-
bring it
I
back.
listened to it for the first time today, so
No. Karma.
I've watched a bunch of YouTubers talking about the rebrand and stuff, and I thought, okay, I've watched enough of these. I need to figure what is going on here.
Oh, so much auto tune.
In Hellism, there is a relatively late concept of reincarnation, but that goes into a whole rabbit hole. It's up to the underworld, and the way death works tends to be disregarded. Well, there we go. So, yeah. So, if I mean, I would like to say that there's a lot of, I guess, reorder and inspiration in the way that we've gone about Fallen Angels, but that's mostly on my end because Aiden still refuses to read the books. So, never mind.
Why?
Because reading.
Okay, but
Imagine reading.
but even my dyslexic butt has read them.
I mean, you would think so because, I mean, for crying out loud, the main character has dyslexia, then surely, I think one of Rick Riordan's ideas was to try and make the books as accessible as possible to people with dyslexia and potentially ADHD as well.
Well, he
That's
wrote
how you
the
go about
books.
doing that in printed works, but,
I
close
don't know
enough.
how, like, it worked somehow, but he did write the books for his child who does have ADHD and was in, like, middle school or something.
There you go. There you go.
Because he wants to show that his child can be a superhero. Well,
Absolutely. Although, then again, it is worth mentioning in the first chapter that Percy just deliberately says, like, if you think that you match up to me, then don't avoid this book, close it immediately. You don't want to know anymore. But yeah,
but it's a way to grasp your viewers. I feel like
I know
saying,
it's just like a little counterintuitive to the message, but yeah, I get why it's there. And feels to look into real Greek myths. That feels more urgent than not reading than Percy Jackson. No, he's got me for that. That's usually my job.
he asked Jacob Potter what's the Greek myths.
Yeah, the many myths of Mrs. Dysart, which is like 80% Greek mythology. Like most of that, like has to be written by me.
I would ask like Jacob Potter or Junior to remember the Greek myths because it's been a while since I studied like the Greek mythology because I studied the Greek mythology after reading the Percy Jackson books and watching the Percy Jackson movies.
Yeah,
I can remember every single myth.
Yeah, well, I read the Mythos trilogy by Stephen Fry, which is one where the way that Stephen Fry does things is that he'll take the most like commonly agreed on sources, will also mention some of the ones that conflict things, try to phrase it in the format that would be like that would be a story, and actually does address some of the contradictions and stuff, but makes it an actual proper flowing narrative. So as far as making Greek myths accessible, another very good option in my opinion.
Oh, these are
and one that's more accurate. Yeah.
I found random glasses. I'm like, where are these? And I just realized these are my solar eclipse glasses. I cannot see anything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
okay. Looks like you're in a 3D movie.
My Greek mythology knowledge comes from reading an encyclopedia or 4 in middle school before I was like, why am I doing this?
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So yeah, so in our case, yeah, I've also in class did read a bunch of like other stuff as well. So nowadays, if there's ever a conflict between Riordan versus Stephen Fry, then I go with Stephen Fry. But yeah, some of the time, I mean, as far as like adapting something from modern day, that's Riordan's specialty as well. With pop culture and small, I think they exist. If you went to primary source, which admittedly are not super reader friendly. Yes, that's why I recommend Stephen Fry particularly. Honestly, for everyone. Okay. Let me know after what to say.
Can we just get to?
No,
okay.
No, let's not talk about Cherub's Tail.
We don't talk about it. No.
You tried. I know you were trying to think. Like, okay, Cherub's Tail has too many syllables. We ended up with too few syllables.
It's better than nothing!
How about we don't talk about cherubs? There you go.
No, no, no. We don't talk about the tail.
All right, sure. Moving on with the video.
Are you okay, brother?
I think so.
Who's next? All right, he just goes. Oop. Ah, yes, the power of the main tage. Okay, okay.
This is mildly loud.
So, does anyone remember? I think this would have been 2021. So, okay, if anyone was around at that point, and we were watching the Fallen Angels remakes, and Aiden. And I was the infamous moment where I pointed out the electronic kettle in the modern kitchen in the flashback scene that would have taken place in the past.
Oh,
and Aiden was mentioning that the background wasn't canon stuff, and had that whole thing, then vowed, much like Bond years later, to never end up in that situation ever again.
Here we are.
It's supposed to take place in ancient Greece. What on earth? There's an electric lamp right there. That's like modern blinds and such. A plastic chair.
Did they have pictures at the time? Like actual pictures, not paintings?
No.
Not photographs. So that
Yeah.
could technically be a painting, but I doubt it.
Wait.
And also,
Dear-
color binded books as well would have been extremely rare. Probably must have been in libraries for the most part, unless you're like super rich.
I was like, yeah, you're rich.
I have a theory that the electrical wire thing is just a painting on the wall. So is the window. So is the plastic chair.
You're like, everything's a painting?
Yes! Exactly!
Paint the future.
Yes!
This feels like how it's like that one Egyptian hieroglyph that looks like a helicopter, and people think, whoa, they predicted the future, or they were, it was aliens or something, all that nonsense. Yeah. This
It was basically that. It's basically that.
Yes, aliens.
All right, okay.
I don't think aliens are real, to be honest.
The framing of all of these. Well, I honestly feel like they've got to be aliens somewhere, but it's probably way too far away to contact us ever.
Illogical for aliens not to exist.
Exactly. Statistically speaking, that we have less chances of being alone in the entire expanse of the universe than not.
Literally.
This movie is a painting. It's like on a tapestry. Oh, that would have been a really fun editing thing, actually, if this was all woven on a tapestry, and then every time that a scene transitions, it goes to the tapestry, but then it fades into the actual gacha, because beforehand it would have been a filter or something, or custom art or whatever.
Right.
That would have been fun. Anywho.
Jacob with the ideas. Post-production. Oh.
Jesus, Paul died.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay, so again, it's been a while since I've checked the script, but I don't think we specified the ways that certain people died, so I think this is just Aiden
Cause
coming
of
up
death falls over.
I mean, you did recently tell me that you can randomly have a heart attack at any moment. I just didn't think I could see that visualized so soon after.
I didn't think about that.
What is Aiden's obsession with adult men killing girls?
I do not
small children.
know!
Well, it's not terribly uncommon if you think about it.
Oh.
Not in this series. Okay, that is deliberately framed in the exact same way. So this is, and that's clever considering who he's chosen for this particular scene. Okay, now I see where he's going with this.
Say that this is a really good connection.
All right.
That's why she has the red hair too. If you think about it.
Who is that?
Can you not tell yet?
Yeah, that does look like Lana and her uncle, just different.
Well, yeah.
Okay, no,
I mean,
but
okay,
I mean-
maybe having having the girl have red hair
No.
and the uncle, that might have been a little bit too on the nose. But yeah, at least because with the framing alone and the zoom ins and everything, then yeah, it's pretty
I'm
clear what's being
confused. It
referenced.
looks like Adam, but the colors are wrong.
It's not at
It's
Maya.
not Adam.
It's a Braxton.
Yeah, I questioned the tie. The tie isn't canon.
Was that the redhead?
No.
Alana's the redhead.
No, like the actual red, not like red color, like the guy with orange hair.
Which guy
Like,
with
tried to
orange hair?
Kill
There's a lot.
everybody.
What like?
There was
What?
definitely a guy with orange hair who tried to kill people.
There's no.
Well, there's okay. There's a
No,
okay. Hold on.
that's
There's a
what we're
lady
talking
with
about.
orange hair that tried to kill people.
That's Lilith, right?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay.
No bias.
This is
So,
where
yeah,
I pull
no,
up
this
the
is,
YouTube and speed run till I
This
figure out
is
who
not-
the hell I'm talking about.
Kurt?
Yeah.
Do you mean Kurt? Is that I'm running out of redheads
Oh,
here.
maybe Kurt actually. Yeah, that makes sense. For
No, it's not Kurt.
It sounds familiar.
How would you know
Whose
it's not
channel is
Kurt?
this on? Aiden's or Jacob's?
Aiden's.
Oh my god!
Look, I've never actually had to watch it. It's always been one of the two of them showing me the video.
Yeah. Well. I
I'm
mean,
not wrong.
I'm sure that we've been very apparent about Fallen Eagles being Aiden's show specifically.
Okay, but isn't Mrs. Dysart also Aiden's show and that's on your channel?
No!
His channel.
Yeah, no.
Maya, are you okay? Are you okay? Do you need 911?
Aiden's invented ties, Sonic got invented of them. Yeah, actually, well, I mean, technically speaking, the first ever plot hole in Fallen Angels was Adam and Zach's clothing. Because Aiden made the decision to not dress them in like the typical white tunics that you would always see in angel costumes all the time, even in Gacha. Yeah, he wanted them to seem like that, but then of course didn't factor in the fact that if he's reflecting modern fashion,
It's
250
a
years before its
Braxis,
invention,
right?
and it's yes,
No!
it's a Braxis.
Oh, wait, that
Okay,
is a Braxis?
yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Braxis
kidding.
doesn't have orange hair.
It was the redhead from the end of season 1.
He doesn't have red
He's
hair.
not a redhead!
Yeah, he doesn't have red. What do you know? Still
It
no.
definitely looks like red hair because his entire body is like shadowed over. So I'm like, okay, it looks like a lighter brown and therefore is orange.
What?
What?
Are you
Right.
tripping?
Orange plus
gonna look
black is
this-
brown.
I think Maya is officially colorblind.
Can someone take a screenshot of Abraxas in the Fallen Angels finale season 1 and
Yeah.
send it to me,
I
please?
Give me
will-
a second.
will.
I'm checking it
I
anyway
can't-
because I'm looking
I
on his
can't
thing.
load it. I've been trying to load the video, so I just did it based off of the profile picture of the video.
No, that's not orange.
It looks orange.
It's not orange. It's
What
not
are you
brown.
on? Did you drink too much hot chocolate or something?
I don't drink hot chocolate.
Right.
I.
Okay. Wow.
Guys, hear me out. Oh no. Evil equals ginger.
I
You
just
don't-
had a thought. It might look orange because I have the blue light completely turned
It's
off in my laptop.
brown! It's brown!
I sent you a
Also,
screenshot. of
Ghosty
this
is
anyway.
Ghosty is trying to buy your spot as a guest, Maya.
You can buy my spot as a guest. I'll take some money. I need it for my Lilith plush. Please, Aiden, give me copy.
I'm like, if you
give
want to
me
join,
the
that's
rights
cool.
to-
I'm
Give
playing
me the
Pixel
rights
Monster.
to order a custom plushie of Lilith, please. I beg.
Wait, hold on. Maya's
Must
still
they have
playing
money?
Pixelmon. Okay, right. Well, I think
Yeah.
Maya's spot's the one that we need to fill in.
I'm like, I'm still stealing item frames.
You.
All right. Go back to sleep then. All right, fine. All right. Well, we'll see you later, Maya. Come on in,
Bye.
Ghosty.
Jacob, I
I
sent you
why?
the screenshot of Abraxas.
Too bad I
Alright.
did first.
Oh.
Get right.
Okay.
When I found Maya's
Oh,
when I offered to buy Maya's when I offered to buy Maya's place as a guest, I was kidding. But now that I'm here, I don't know what to do about it.
Do you
And,
want to
like,
talk about
especially when
Cherub's Tail?
someone-
You had stuff to say, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
Cherub's Tail. No,
No.
like Emily, you're the one who wrote Cherub's Tail, but Aiden is the one who handed it to me to edit, and I am very disappointed because he wanted immediate turnover for Cherub's Tail.
That's probably also why he rushed that scene with the stage directions.
He also
was-
didn't
Yeah,
give me the sound effects folder. He just handed me one sound effect and was like, "Here, this is good, right?"
It's also possible that he didn't have all the sound effects, because at the time I was the one in charge of scoring Fallen Angels and I had the sound effects folder, but then for some reason he only used one of the things. I don't remember if I sent it to him or if he asked me to send it to him or if he was going to pick
I
his own
know,
ones.
but-
I didn't know what was going to happen there.
Like, it didn't behoove him at all to go and get it from you to give it to me. I had to go through the diagonal pathways to get it from you. As soon as I figured out that you had it. And I didn't even learn from Aiden that you had it. I learned from somebody else.
Oh, all right. By the way, this is what Abraxas looks like. Yeah, definitely not orange.
It's brown!
It's brown! What? Like
Ghosty is colorblind and she can
Yes,
see that it's
Ghosty is brown.
brown!
You're correct.
it is brown! What is...
Mhm.
Okay, what's Maya smoking and can I have some?
We'll figure that one out later, I suppose.
But anyway, yeah, Cherub's Tail was actually pretty okay. The writing of the first episode was pretty great, and I kind of liked it. If it weren't for the fact that almost half of it was cut and thrown into the void. But that was Aiden's doing and not Emily's.
It might have been a correlation of my fault. It was a bit of a domino effect because I went MIA during production time because of like my own issues, which probably rushed Aiden because he wanted Sheriff's Tail like out.
Yeah.
And I don't remember why, but he really, really wanted it out. So, but I was not in the right mindset, so we just kind of kept doing it, and I was like, okay,
He wanted it
I'll
out.
let you cook, mate. Have fun.
Like, he wanted it out so badly that he gave me a horrible turnaround for, like, when I was editing it. And I had to go get the sound effects from Jacob because he only gave me one, which led me down the path of finding my own sound effects. And when I handed him the original version of the video with the sound effects that I had found from another website, by the way, I'm still using and keeping all of these. I have
Nice.
them in a separate folder to use for later for another purpose. Wink. That eventually, like,
I would wink
I-
as well, but I'm incapable.
I am capable.
You just registered what that was.
That was a monster compendium joke.
Yeah, I thought that was the thing that you were talking about.
I know I wouldn't get it, but I'm laughing just because like it took Ghosty like a minute or two.
Because Ulrich, if it's for Monster Companions, who's got the sound effects for, then Ulrich couldn't wink to corroborate that because he's only got one eye.
Like, I handed him the original version of the video with all of the different like flying and bird sound effects I found, and Aiden was like, "You know all of these sound effects? You can't use these. We have our own dedicated sound effects." And I was like, "Where are they?" He was like, "I don't know."
That's how you found out. Okay, I mean, for the record, I mean, some of the sound effects, I suppose you can technically interchange, but I mean, if for the sake of perfectionism, I suppose if we decided what the floorboards sound like inside the cabin, for example, then technically it'd be a bit weird to change that. But not the worst thing in the world in theory.
Not the worst thing in the world, except he made me change
I mean, Bob
all
changed
of
the
them.
teleport sound effects because they didn't ask for any sound effects, so they just got their own and had their own teleporting method.
But he made me change all of them. He was like, "Oh, we have our own sound effects," and I was like, "Well, where are those sound effects you want?" And he was like, did I send them to you?" And I was like, "No, you didn't send them to me. If I did, I would have used them."
You know what's funny is that when me and our editing, come on, he's just like, "Oh, can you just do this thing for me? Oh, can you just do this thing?" I'm like, "You asked to do those things, and now you're giving them back." Fine, but you better do the audio and stuff like that because I don't know how to do it well.
That's that's kind of interesting actually, because he does the opposite for me. Because a lot of the time, because my stuff takes forever, he'll be like, especially if he wants a particular remake or a particular scene or something, it's like I'll do most of the scenes. Won't have to worry about it.
Then complains
well,
about having to do most of the scenes.
But he did
Takes
one
them
scene
within 2 minutes of them
but
being
I
posted.
asked him to do like one or two more scenes. Like those scenes were either like they were just short enough for him to do whatever. And he's like, "Oh yeah, can you do those scenes?" And so I'm like, "Okay, fine, but you have to do this, that, or the other because I do not want to take all of the workload. You are my co-editor."
Like, I'm sorry for ranting about Cherub's Tale, and especially Aiden on one of Aiden's own videos, but Cherub's Tale and Minecraft Adventures are two of my top trigger phrases for Aiden-based drama. Anyway.
Hey, you know what? At least let you keep the hand that came out of the mouth of Tartarus, because that wasn't in the script, but you just added that.
That wasn't in the script, but I handed it anyway as an inside joke because.
You handed it. Nice.
Wow!
I even drew it by hand.
Gotta
That
hand it to you.
I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that was the gates of Tartarus.
What? Oh, okay, yeah. I guess
he just handed me the video and was like, "Here, could you score
Oh
this?"
yeah, I guess he wouldn't have thought to give you the script for that because by that stage, of course, it would have. Yeah,
I want to
that
try
makes sense
scoring
actually.
at some point. It just sounds like pain.
So he didn't hand me the
It depends.
script so I could have context for what the characters were doing at any particular moment. I was like, okay, yes, I'm just going to find some music within the specifications he wants. I'm going to add it, do the voice acting because I have to do that, I guess. Aiden didn't tell me that was a part of the scoring. I thought that was something done separately.
Usually for us it is. The voice acting we usually tend to I tend to sync that up first, and then once I finish just editing like the visuals of it, I render the scenes out and then put them all together and then score them. That's how I do it. So yeah, for me it's separate. Although I guess Aiden only uses one program because he doesn't use Audacity for the voice acting. I think he still uses like his editing software for that. So I guess it's all one place for him. So maybe it's all one go. I'm not actually sure. Next time we do an editing stream, if he's around for that, we'll have to look at his process.
Even then, I was like super confused because it was like, yes, where is the voice acting? And then he just gave me the lines, all of them.
As in, like, you mean like the separated takes, right? Yeah.
Yes, the separated takes. It's like, okay, what are we doing? What's going on? And I hate it. I hated Cherub's Tale. I regret everything.
I
was like, oh, this is something super simple I can do between, between projects I was doing for a client I had at the time. And then it turned out to be a gigantic mess I would regret later.
Uh-huh.
Like a drunken party at Jojo Siwa's house. I did not know it was getting
can we not
into.
talk about Jojo?
I guess you didn't know you were going to get hit with the karma.
It's come full circle now. It's come full circle from when we started this rant.
Anyway, let's get back to
Should
the
have known
video,
better, Ghosty.
please. Something
Yeah,
I said before this is that the framing feels super like season 1 Fallen Angels, which means Aiden didn't go back at any point and retouch this video at all.
Either that or he's making it deliberately like season 1 as a callback, because I mean we just saw the framing where he deliberately copied one of the shots that they did for that. Not sure if that's really the case, or if again he just wants us to be out because again the movie was not meant to be in parts, so maybe he is just like, well, oh no, actually he did say because of the success of episode 9, he was like, I want to keep the ball rolling and I want to upload more things. So yeah, that's the reason for the shorts as well, which I've also then in turn kept that going. So yeah, Aiden's on a roll right now, and that's why this is out where before it was. But yeah, enough about Aiden and about Jojo Siwa. Oh look, a random bow on the floor. Unrelated. Oh yeah, very whimsical Fields of Asphodel. We should have brought the bingo card out because bad music choices on one of those.
Oh no.
Sometimes I wish.
I guess he observes from high up. I would have put him in the same scene, just somewhere to the corner. But okay.
Feel hungry.
I don't. Well, at least we can't get drunk. Meaning, I can drink as much as I want.
Is this even a tavern? I guess this must be, but there's no one else sitting down. I would have put at least like a couple more tables. Maybe those two in the background for the extras. I would have sat them at a different table or something, just to imply there's more, you know.
In the name of Hades, get off the table. Never. I can't believe we're...
Okay, so I think this is meant to be diegetic music, considering that he's dancing like this. Or maybe he's doing like a, I can dance and you can't, but yeah. With the silence there, you would think he's more moving to the music.
Oh, yeah.
Asphodel, famously known for its color, such as brightly lit red. You know what? I'll take the fall for that one, because I was the first one to frame Asphodel in the Full Angels remake. Which also, N didn't tell me to do that, by the way. I just did not like the way that the episode 1 had a cold opening, so I just edited like a minute-long sequence with no dialogue and those Asphodel ghosts to begin with, and just sent to Aiden, and he kept it. That was very much a never look a gifted horse in the mouth situation, but yeah, at the time was still using Gacha backgrounds. So I learned about Free Pig yet? I don't think so. Tell me when that happened.
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah. Yeah, so because it was definitely, you know, sometime when I was doing the voice acting for My Endless Hope, because Mimi XD is one who told me about it. So if it happened after that,
I think mythological Asphodel is giant fields of grain, usually depicted as giant fields of grain.
Okay. Fair enough. I thought they were empty. Well, again, I'm going by Rick Riordan, I suppose, in that situation. Stephen Fry never describes them.
Really,
Describes the fields of punishment, though.
In order to find depictions of the underworld, you kind of have to play it by ear, because several different sources have several different interpretations, which you can only get from the original sources, which Aiden doesn't read.
Yeah, I mean, even those original sources, of course, you know, I guess you could have taken those with a grain of salt, because what were the ancient Greeks basing those off? Yes, my friend Heracles has come back. It's like, I've seen some things, man. Hey, Orpheus, how was your trip? Oh, okay, no, he's instantly dead. Okay, never mind.
Oh my god.
You love me. Shut up.
Let me laugh very quietly.
Oh my god.
I'm going to go check out more of the party.
Hey, it's dynamic movement there for sure. Although if you talk about scoring, I would add some sound effects to, you know, of the table creaking or something under like a pressure. Then again, I guess if they are angels, do they actually weigh anything? That's a fair question. Do angels weigh anything? I don't know if I'll say anything about that.
Wasn't it sad when Achilles
do I want
died?
to use my supernatural knowledge or?
It is Aiden, so I guess. Well, for now we'll go with that. I don't know
Okay,
the actual answer.
with my supernatural knowledge, when angels came into the show and whatnot, they don't necessarily weigh anything because they possess people. So I guess you could say no unless they possess people, but at the same time, no, this is different from fallen angels. So like,
yeah. Okay. I mean, I was gonna say, did you hear that, Supernatural fans? I guess Dean can literally sweep Cass off his feet then, and it would not be not be a plot hole.
I can't.
That's one of the only bits of supernatural lore that I know is that people ship those two. Anyway.
It's such a. I'm not like Data's straight. Like we all know he's straight. Why do people
Except in the
ship
Spanish
him?
dub. Except in the Spanish dub.
What?
I've seen the Sarah's Ed video.
Oh no.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I'm the resident in the Spanish dub person, I suppose, but yeah. When the finale of Supernatural happened, people went crazy over the fact that in the Spanish version, when Cass says "I love you," Dean says "I love you too," Cass, in Spanish. So
I don't know if Dean said "I love you too" back in English. It's been a while, but yes.
no, he
Cass...
didn't. So that's why the Spanish dub got so much attention.
Ah, yes, I remember. Double hell.
Oh well, yes, okay, yes. So he does. Yeah, he comes out and immediately gets sent to double heck. Yeah, of course, that's
yeah.
The irony of that is not lost on everyone.
When Cass says "I love you," I think he meant like brotherly love or like a friendship sort of love, because you can say "I love you" to a lot of people. Like honestly, if you think about it. I could easily say, Jacob, I love you, but I don't mean like, oh, I love him as a boyfriend or whatever.
I think you have said that, yeah. Honestly, yeah, exactly. I suppose it could also have meant in like a Shakespearean sense, because a lot of Shakespeare plays, people will express, they'll verbally express their love for other people, but they don't mean it necessarily in that way.
Exactly.
Then again, if it's something like 12 Nights, it gets interpreted that way anyway, because that's part of the fun. But still, most of the time, it's yeah.
I love you. No hetero.
And there you have it. Okay. I guess that's going to be with lots of greenery, except grey instead of green. If you took a picture of a street corner and put a monochromatic filter on it, beautiful and grim. I think that was how they did in the Percy Jackson TV series, actually. I vaguely remember that visual.
Oh, yeah, that's, I wanted to do a Fallen Angels spin-off, but I just didn't do it.
Don't.
Hey, I mean...
Like, mostly because I didn't like the name I chose.
What name did you choose?
I don't know.
I think you're talking about
I'm not
something
telling.
else.
Also,
okay.
because Aiden took my... Also, because Aiden wanted to use the character.
Oh, was that the one who was like the gardener for Persephone, right?
Yes.
Rose?
Yes.
I forgot her name.
Rose.
Oh, but
yeah.
Bob just came into chat to hear Ghosty Olivia. Bob,
yeah,
Bob. Okay, explanation real quick. We were talking about like the knowledge of angels, whether they're light or not, and I said, to my supernatural knowledge, the Supernatural show, angels are light or whatever until they possess people, because people have matter and light and stuff like that and everything. And also talking about how I hate that people are shipping Castiel and Dean, the characters, just because Kazuya says "I love you" to Dean, and I'm expressing that you can say.
Oh, it's not just because that was just the end result.
Right.
They've been going on for like a long time.
Right.
And then I said, I love you. No hetero.
And that's where you came in.
Yeah, because we were trying to say, yeah, you can say I love you to friends, family, and
Yeah.
boyfriends and girlfriends or whoever you in love with.
Yeah. Servants and masters in Shakespearean plays. That happens a lot, actually.
Yeah. So that's why Gosi said I love you to Jacob, because I use Jacob as an example too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Always an example. By the way, it looks like this guy's being like impaled. I know that the spear is behind. It's just a
Just like a little nick.
unfortunate framing.
Were you in any great battles?
Oh, well,
Did you meet Achilles?
I did. He was.
Who are
alright.
these people? Like,
So they get see he met Achilles. So we know what kind of battles he was involved in.
Just
Also, can
alright.
we get like a better framing without as much dead headspace around them?
Yeah. Also, I think these are just some like fellow angels. They're strange. They might be strangers.
One of them
I
looks
can
like
probably look it
Adam.
up because Aiden names all of his extras, so I can probably look up
I
the
don't know
actual
why
name of this
Aiden names
person.
all of his
Oh
extras.
my!
because he wants
I know.
names for them and can't be bothered to name them for himself.
Oh my god! Literally, one time I was
So whenever
doing
you
an
make
extra
them, you
character.
have to give them names. I learned that the hard way.
There was like a character that I used to say is like extra, in the background or whatever. He's like, why don't you name them? Because like they're not important. Like I will name them if they have to be named, but like they're not important.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, some of the time in in stage directions when I have to refer to a character who is like I don't know, like say like I don't know, the driver or the conductor of something. I don't know why I went for vehicles both times, but essentially something like that. Waiter / waitress, whatever. I don't even specify like a gender some of the time. It's just like, okay, I need a person here. We'll work it out later. Probably someone want to design somebody for that. Then we'll just go from that point. Because for now, none of that contributes to the story. Let's see.
When I first started making extras for the Mutant Girl, I used to call them 1, 2, 3, and 4, etc. And then Aiden was like, "Why don't they have names? Because they don't need names, and they always get used to other things. You should give them names." Okay. So I started giving them names, but now I've stopped that because you told me to stop giving names. But I have to give any fallen angels ones I make names because Aiden likes it with names. So it's
I understand it on like a world building foundation, but then again, as a former reader of the works of Tolkien, some of the time that's useful, some of the time it isn't. I mean, it's cool that that the Lothlorien elf Haldir has two brothers, Rumiel and Orifin, but that is information that I have never had to use in my entire life before.
Dang it, Jacob! The karma song is stuck in my head. Thanks a lot.
Isn't there a TikTok of her saying what's been stuck in your head all week?
Yes, I think so.
Because like at that point it's like, well, it's not stuck in my head. I haven't heard the song yet, and I've actually heard it today. Anyway. I mean, again, like as I said before, I gotta respect that at least because, like I've said, if you can make your songs an earworm, then by all means do so, because
she used so much art too. You could
it
tell.
does help. Wings.
Wings.
There you go. See, that's been in your heads for years. There you go. Take that, Jojo Siwa.
It's been in my head for so long. Sometimes I sing it subconsciously without realizing it. Just around.
I remember Wings every time I think of songs with a really dry as blanched toast delivery.
Yeah, I will put another song in my head.
Every time I think of the original Wings, every time I think of the original wings, I can't help but to think of nails on chalkboard, which, instantly makes it less of an earworm for me.
Bon, we don't talk about the wings from the Jacobs. We don't talk about that.
I want to pair them like from an anime.
We don't talk about it. I have an
Just
actual
watching that
cover,
treasure
it's
always.
just Jacob has possession over it, and I don't, because I don't know how to use Grig, and I didn't download it in time anyway. I recorded it.
Yeah. Yes, since it's the Craig file, I need to it probably would be named that, so I need to check that again to see if I still have it.
Without any more delays, so let's play.
Ah, you remember the intro that I gave you that you never used once in your videos?
I...
Oh, also, I was gonna say, yeah, this character is apparently named Dylan.
Bingo, can you say a phrase from the conversation? When did I do that?
Like 2 minutes.
When? What did it? What?
Oh my. Okay, so yeah, in the script it says Castiel gets up and runs into a Greek man, and the Greek man is named Dylan. So this isn't a character that anyone would have known beforehand.
Yes.
Then again, never heard of a Greek man named Dylan before, but maybe that is a
What
Greek name. I just don't know about it.
But I said without delay was play. That's not a song. That was just a thing that Jacob gave me that I was going to use, but I kept going with his thing when I react to videos. So it's just like, how is that?
Yeah, if that is a thing that you're talking about, because if not, then I missed it too.
How dare!
I mean, he had his flaws.
How could you?
I mean, he was human, just like you.
I hope to see you kneeling at the throne of Hades for what you just said.
Way ahead of you.
This is supposed to be
Am I missing what just?
Yeah, no, he's supposed to be like a huge like Achilles fanboy. That's the idea. You know, like imagine Achilles is like a member of a K-pop band. This is a typical reaction someone would say when someone criticizes them. So that's what it's supposed to be.
One, that was ages ago, first of all. And second of all, I said, you know what other song can get stuck in my head? And I said, nah, I want to pair them like an anime. I was just saying that part because I wanted to get that song stuck in my head. Then the auto-tune Jojo Jiwa song.
Johto Jiwa.
I am mispronouncing her name because I don't care.
Okay.
Really? I, for one, just got back from there. It didn't take.
Yeah, I forgot. This is like in the mortal world, which is why they're talking about. You know, that's why it was so weird that they could drink as much as they could, or even be served drinks for that matter.
You get.
But still, where are all the tables? There's people just in the corner with straws. Did the ancient Greeks drink from straws? I don't remember this.
A drink, and you get a drink, and you get a drink.
This
Everyone.
Oh my god!
Oh, you know that.
This is the ancient. Like, you want to know what I'm thinking of doing this? You know when schools, high school would have a dance and all of the boys and girls are just awkwardly standing on different sides of the room while refusing to interact with each other?
I hated that because so I would always be one of the few people who would actually try and dance.
Fun.
This feels like one of those moments, but in ancient Greece, and I'm not here for it. I'm not living.
Backwards has been there since day one. We just saw one in the beginning of the video. You missed that. Second of all, this is Aiden we're talking about. So the no noses thing doesn't really count because do you know how many times Aiden said he doesn't care about noses? Like 1 billion times. Give the man his rest.
Well, yeah, this is Fallen Angels, so again, it's the part of a show that was I guess technically, yeah, it did start with Gacha Club, but again, that was not a consideration. So old show, old rules, I guess. I don't know, something like that.
Kitchen, you're trying to get me more annoyed because you're doing a good job. No, I'm just letting you know this is Aiden we're talking about. So you saying no noses doesn't really count because this is Aiden. This is Fallen Angels. Like, he didn't put noses in since beginning of Fallen Angel. So why would he add noses now? Because that will
That's what I meant. Yeah. I just said
it
it in a
will not
weird
make
way.
sense with the lore. You had to have a consistency, right, Bon? So if they add noses now, then doesn't make sense because where is the consistency? Do they have noses or do they not have noses? We always talk about consistency. So if you want noses, then you're breaking the consistency.
Mm-hmm. Okay, hold on. So, Bieber says here, as someone who helped write this scene, the delivery doesn't help, but the scene was meant to establish the link between this film and the Trojan War wasn't that far between one another. And the Achilles fanboy was a war veteran who watched his great sacrifice. Okay. There we go.
And then the implication that the angels don't have noses and that them having them breaks canon. See, Baby Butter gets it.
Well, that's like My Street, because My Street, they're different, because in My Street, they are confirmed to not have noses. You've read person this close to unleashing their fury. I think we've all said the things that we've. I don't even know anymore.
Like, but I'm not trying to get you more angry. I'm just trying to give you facts and statistics with Gacha.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm trying to help you understand like the reason why there's no noses. Like, I'm not trying to help you get annoyed. I'm trying to let you know about the lore. You have to focus on the lore, Bon.
Yeah. Oh, this is one of those things, you know, when we're making a long-running show, it is one of those things you have to come to terms with, in the sense of, if you make a choice as far as the designs or the art style goes, then you can't really change it. Because, I mean, I say this as like the amount of times people have asked me about, you know, redesigning Mutant Gold characters or something. Not that many, but, you know, not inconsequential. I was like, well, no. And, you know, people complain about like the rightfully so complain about the eyes and the fact that I didn't use any of the other types of eyes, apart from like 3 and 4 for the most people, 9 for Empress or whatever. Yeah, obviously you can't go back with that kind of for the new characters, but for the old characters that are still there, then yeah, it's one of the things that's like, well, I chose to give them noses, so by the time the Gacha Club came out and they could do that, it's like, well, I want the show to look the same way. So that's why, yeah. In the case of Aiden, I guess because he was so used to how Gacha Life looked, that when Gacha Club came out and it was so recent, he just didn't consider that. It's like, anyway.
Like, I didn't know there were such things as noses, to be honest, when I first played with Gacha Club. But then when I discovered that there are noses in Gacha Club, I just like, you know what? The humans don't have noses, and the magical creatures does, because they're magical creatures, so it will make sense.
That's actually the My Street excuse. So the reason I say it's confirmed they don't have noses in My Street is because there's a throwaway line from Aaron where he acts very embarrassed about the fact that he's like, well, I can smell out this thing out for you. Oh, really? Where's that? I have a snooter. What? Nose. I get like not even like a hyper-developed nose or a werewolf nose, just a nose. So if that's an embarrassing feature in the My Street canon, that means everyone else is just Voldemort. So,
like that also implies that everyone in My Street canon has a different way of breathing than the
they're all mouth breathers.
No!
They're all, like, they're either all mouth breathers or, Jacob, worst possibility, they're all skin breathers.
Oh, they're like Krillin.
Oh no! Oh no! I don't know. No, go see.
Which,
no.
yeah, in an interview, Toriyama confirmed that Krillin breathes through his skin because he has no nose.
Wait, that's why Garth snores so loud, because he doesn't have a nose.
Most people snore because they're blood.
Which,
by the way.
actually, yeah, I was about to say that doesn't make sense, because normally people snore because their nose has a blockage.
Well, maybe he has a special condition.
His entire nose is blocked because it doesn't exist.
Exactly!
Unless God was a werewolf this whole time.
Which would have made sense for season 5, because we know that was the whole transformation thing. Also, man, the Viscount's down intruders at once. Someone to separate him from the liquid. Oh yeah, no, like his eyes as well. He's just completely lost. Oh well, we'll go away from him.
Stars in front of my face.
I can see different years. That's a Game Grumps joke.
Why does Raphael take so long with his meetings with Thanatos?
Uh-huh.
Abraxas, you alright?
Yeah. I've just been thinking about stuff. Are we doing the right thing?
I
think
can
so.
smell colors.
Why all the doubt?
It just saddens me to see good people pass away.
Well, it is the way things should be. If it makes you feel
Custom
better,
Metal Flare.
you're going to about.
Yeah, I guess some of this might have been developed during the Gacha Plus time, or maybe Aiden's still uses Gacha Plus.
Oh yeah, I forgot you just got
You're right.
I'm just happy we have a different camera angle, finally.
Oh yeah.
We have editing.
Thank you for talking to me, Lord Thanatos.
You're very welcome, Raphael.
Now I got another job to do. Man.
Oh look, a deep voice character voiced by me sitting on a throne. That seems familiar.
Listen, Jacob, we know that you've literally been everywhere. KW was already melting from all these deep voice
That was more of like a Ganondorf reference, but yeah, that too.
Sometimes I
Yes, you got it.
More help, you say?
Stop.
I thank you for all your hard work, Hephaestus.
Sorry, the
Yeah.
way your voice went down, David, spooked me.
Yeah, that's what that is supposed to sound like. Like, I know I've gone like up before sometimes, but yeah, most of the time he's like all the way down here. Yeah.
No, stop, no. We're not going that low today, Jacob. No.
Simba, everything the light touches is our kingdom. I wasn't trying to be Mufasa, but I just thought right now, hey, that's kind of Mufasa, isn't it?
Yes,
Would you like any?
We should do another flirting
Also-
with KW stream.
I've had many thrilling chases in my life, KW.
No!
But the one for your heart is in fact most exhilarating.
No!
Game is on.
That got me. No. Is this
All
my
right.
punishment? Is this my punishment for joining the region without realizing that he may already invited two guests?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Chats, give me some pickup lines to say as Thanatos.
I have one I'm gonna put in private
Oh,
chat.
okay then. Anyways, they're building the box.
Assistance?
That won't be necessary once I'm done here. I shall require some of
Junior!
Yeah, it is Junior. To be fair, I wouldn't have known that if I hadn't gone to the script and seen his name in the Google Doc. But yeah.
It took me a minute until you can hear it with his accent. Like I know Junior's accent, guys. Like
I mean, he takes pride in doing multiple accents. But yeah.
exactly. That's one you always you know.
So this is a double whammy for you, isn't it? But actually, you know, if Hades shows up now, that would be like just the trifecta.
No. I do not want to get melted by Baby Bird's voice. No.
You know, apparently, you know, the original Ashley was, you know, there was a theory that she always got more flustered by the women.
No. play? Can we please play? Play.
Not sure if
Press
I
play.
believe that, but you know, I challenge that. Yeah. Well, before we press play, one last thing. This logo here, I'm pretty sure I remember seeing Ghosty design that for quite some time, actually. I don't know why everyone's in screen share at that point, but I recall it. Anyway. I feel like Hephaestus would never want help with stuff, to be honest. He has to claw and fight for everything he has to his name. He'll fit the bill of a man's man. I suppose, but then again, you know, he clawed and fought because he was never given other options, so I guess it'd go either way, really. He does build automatons, I suppose, so maybe they help him out from time to time.
Divide into the orbs within.
Also, yes, I remember when I designed this building, it was monstrosity.
Yeah, it's another.
I hate it so
It's another
much.
one of those, you know, has shading, so looks somewhat 3D. I've realized why that is. It's because the gacha backgrounds don't have the same kind of shading, so when they put like on something else, it looks different by comparison. I mean, this is essentially a white void, so it's gonna stand out no matter what, because you can see in the corner there. That's where they're standing.
Very well. I can wait.
There you go. Now it's a bit clearer. Everybody's like,
just
is
stare
my
and wait,
logo
though.
okay? Yep, it's fine. Moving on. Is he doing a push-up?
And...
But he really is a man's man. I'm gonna take a break and do some push-ups and then get back to work again. Ugh.
Thanatos really had nothing better to do at this time, so he sat there until it was done.
All right, stand back.
Maybe I could do more work on it?
Surely you...
Yeah, again, that would have been a good time for a sound effect.
Just. It doesn't need any more work.
I guess.
Now I must speak to my angels.
Again, okay, so what I would have potentially done there, something that I do occasionally, is like I take certain like whatever, you know, I guess this would have been like, you know, a background or a prop or something and I put it into now there's an art program, would have been Snipping Tool before, and I break them. So so like I'll just like duplicate the layers, separate it out, and then there'll be a piece left. That's what I would have done there to show it's kind of like under construction. So the complete thing, obviously, save that for this point. But yeah, like a little bit of like an in progress thing. I suppose that would have opened up the doors for him to ask someone for scaffolding. So maybe it's for the best that never end up coming to be.
Foolish. Like, Aiden originally wanted it to be 2 floors, but I made it 1 floor because I couldn't.
I mean, we don't know if there are 2 floors inside that. We just saw the exterior.
I know, but when I was designing the thing, Aiden was like 2 floors, and I was like, no, no.
Just like
No.
just like draw a
No.
line right in the center. Go there. You go. 2 floors.
Absolutely not, you silly boy. There's only going to be 1 floor.
I wonder what Lord Thanatos wanted to talk to us about.
What if he wants to kill us?
Why would he want to kill us? Follow-up question. Could he kill us?
I don't know.
Also,
the hand.
I'm just.
Yeah, his hand disappeared,
said
right?
it.
That wasn't just me. His hand looked like it disappeared. I think it was because it was like behind Castiel's wing, but it seemed like he just like put it in his sleeve. You know, like, people do like, my hand, it's gone, like that kind of joke.
And you can still
Like, I'm also going to.
Oh, sorry, go on.
You can fold the wings vertically in the app so that they look folded. Because I've noticed there are some scenes to where the angels do not have wings.
Hmm.
Where are you hiding those things?
Well, they can canonically hide their wings, you know, in disguise form. They did that in the scene with the tavern. Although I do remember that when I did the first remake episode, like scene, not the episode, but the first remake scene, the part I was actually supposed to do, and I like deployed Adam and Zach's wings for the first time. One of the things that Aiden pointed out was that one thing that he'd always been doing was making sure that the angels were far apart enough so that their entire wings could be seen, so they would never overlap each other. No, I guess that's just more of a stylistic choice, but it's interesting to I point that out because it seems like he has forgone that here, unless someone else edited this particular scene.
And I was just going to say about the hands. See, like, you can tell that Aiden can change the hands. So why does he keep the hand the same way it is if he knows how to change the hands?
Yeah, that I've got no answer for.
Oh, exactly. No need to worry.
I guess.
Here he comes.
Hello, everyone. I have great news.
What is it, Lord Thanatos?
I'm making more angels.
Really?
Look at Castiel's face. What is that expression supposed to be?
Yes, and I must
Castiel's been replaced by a Ditto.
thank you for the idea.
Oh, I did?
Yes, you did, and I had Hephaestus make it for me. I'm having Hades send me 23 new souls to become the first 23 angels.
I would do it myself, but I'm too lazy this time round.
Fantastic. More of us.
I become lazier and lazier as somebody else does my work.
Today I don't feel like doing anything. Doopy-doo, doopy-doo.
Not exactly. They will not possess all of your power and will act as your subordinates.
Oh?
You'll be like mentors to them. Henceforth, you shall be called head angels.
Very well, sir.
I guess they already have. Well, it's Hephaestus. He can have a remote if he wants one. You know, it's much. We've seen this process for like making an archangel, which is much more painful and takes longer. We haven't seen one for an actual angel. It makes sense to be a bit simpler. I like the way that's like the buttons fading as well. Although it does raise the question as to, okay, I've given away something here. Yeah, okay, we'll get to that in a second. What I was going to say is that shouldn't they be becoming cherubs right now is what I thought to myself, because that seems to be... Although, I think that was more of an independent box thing like, 500 years ago, so maybe that was where that deviation happened. Anyway, yes. Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader. Oh, okay. He just continues instantly. Like, really?
Wait, is that our boy Cut?
Hang on.
Kurt?
Yeah, pretty sure that's Kurt.
They are cherubs because they're.
Oh my god! The
like,
creator!
Like the 8. Why?
Because they are mentally kids. Well, I mean, we knew that about Kurt already, but that's not quite.
Since they lose all their memories. Like, is that also applying to these 8? Is 8?
Well, these are the first ones that would have lost their memories, because Abraxas, Raphael, and Castiel seem to keep theirs because they were never processed properly.
Yeah, but I don't know if these lot lost their memories too, because I wouldn't have thought they would, but they might have.
Well, yeah, because that seemed to be a new thing, because the way that Diogenes describes it in season 1 is that, since he's way older than 500 years old, put through the box and it went through that particular process.
Oh, hey, Aiden.
Oh, yeah, no, we've been talking to that. Yeah, Aiden just shut up now, yeah.
Is Aiden gonna say and let me in?
I mean, he can. He's the creator. He has a guaranteed spot. That's the rules.
Like, listen.
I had to trade with Maya.
What?
I had to trade with Maya because Maya is always lost.
Yeah.
Why is the video black?
Right?
I don't know. That might have been a thing on my end. Let me just check. Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, the screen like loaded. Had to reload for a second. He's like, My head, man.
Oh!
Yep.
So they have their memories, and they don't do that for new angels till later. So they do have them. Okay.
Okay. Wait, so... Okay, fine. So that's why they don't go through the cherub stage. Got it. Fine. That makes sense. Also, so in the... So in the script, it just says... so we see a montage of 23 angels become angels, but it goes wrong 8 times. We end with 15. So that's all the description that's in there. Are we gonna see like every single time it goes wrong, every single time it goes right? Like we see all 15 and all 8, or is there gonna be like a moment where like it fades or something?
I thought it only went right 8 times because they end with 8 angels. Oh my god, my best one! I love you so much.
Yep.
Oh, never mind, she's gone.
Hey, look, it's just a montage. She'll be back in a moment.
As
Yep,
she
with-
should be.
I think. There we go. That's what I was thinking.
Told you it wasn't perfect.
Fine, you can work on it some more.
Next time, please give me green light before 8 souls get reduced to nothing.
Welcome, new.
Where
There
are the
we
other
go.
ones?
So we see off screen. There's a.
Most of the villains look so wholesome as adult
Mhm.
children.
I will say, you know, I can understand why Aiden didn't have all 15 on screen because, you know, there's limited gacha slots. That being said, if you need advice on like how to put 15 people into one scene, I got you covered there. Oh, not enough room. I mean, resize them then, but you know that works. That's fine.
You angels.
Hello, sir.
But for the record, my maximum number of characters on screen in a gacha video is 15.
Suck up.
And what would your name be?
I thought it was Emily saying "suck up" to me, but my comment.
Suck up.
Oh dear.
I'm Kurt.
Hello, Lord Thanatos. I'm Lilith of Clawthorn.
I'm Asriel, sir.
I'm Lilith Clawthorn. No, I'm Lilith Clawthorn. I'm Lilith. Yeah.
How may I serve you?
Simple.
Audio is
Your
audio.
mission is to help me export souls to the underworld. That is our one and only goal. Are you all ready? Then we-
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought for a split second that the video had frozen, and I was about to be like, wait, do I have to adjust something? No, they actually just clapped off screen. Okay. Because I mean, okay, fine. It's a lot of effort to have 10 characters clap at different rates to each other. All right.
We shall commence your first bit of training. Excellent. Now, Azrael and...
Great, your first bit of training. Training complete. Phase 2.
Lilith and, you there. Come with me, and I'll show you how to do the job. I'll have the 3 head angels...
You there was definitely me, because, you know, he wouldn't know everyone's names at first. So, yeah, for the time being, she's just you there. I'm sure she's a script in the name. She's a name in the script, is what I meant to say there.
Let the rest of you and show you the ropes.
Oh.
Oh, the dress just disappeared.
Good old green
June.
screen.
That was a moment.
Boy, I don't miss the days when this would happen to me.
That one time when your dress becomes transparent. Her name is
Oh,
June.
yes.
We don't care, Aiden.
June Pippin Padalopsicopolis.
We don't care.
I would have chosen the pink-haired lady, personally.
Well, I mean, it's not like it matters who goes with who, to Thanatos at least. Narratively, it matters.
Seems interesting.
Yes, but there's one thing I've been wondering.
That's just again! I can find him anywhere. How many rolls did he get?
Just like, can I do my best Kyle Haber impression? All right then. It looks like there's the 3 angels that have been selected. What's gonna happen next time? Find out on Dragon Ball Z.
Buff, I can get as an angel.
Serious? You become a magical being, and you go to that?
everyone love this new chance of life we have?
Ugh, seems like a lot of work.
In the brilliant words of Channel. Duh.
Thank you.
Wait, that guy looks familiar to an extra from Cherub's Tale.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, I wouldn't put it past Aiden.
Brilliant and buff.
That was so...
Aiden, did you reuse extras?
Well, I mean,
the purple one.
that's kind of Aiden uses like cameos a lot in order to like establish this
purple
part
one
of like
is not
the
from
larger
Cherub's
world.
Tale, I can tell you that.
Okay, fine, not the purple one, but like a one. So wouldn't be out of the question. That's also another reason that he probably gives names to everyone just so he can like bring them up later.
You know what? Sure, you're totally brilliant.
And
Weak.
oh, that hurt. No, words hurt some of us.
And point proven.
Say point proven.
I will start with teaching you to fly. First start by jumping in the air and keep your wings moving.
Ow! Ow!
Whoa, I'm still falling. Whoa.
I know.
I've been
No!
falling for 30 minutes.
Time to shine.
You were saying?
Shut up.
Very good, Azrael.
Oh, good. So Estelle's not the only person who gets it on the second try. That's a promotion right there. You're going straight to a mission after that point.
Estella got it on the first try.
You three did excellently.
Yeah.
Now time for your next step.
Hey, Jude.
I love how it's like, here, I'll reach out to you. But she had to like actually like stand up in order to take the hand in the first place.
You know, I know a neat trick of how to fix that, Aiden.
Well, I mean, I know on to Gacha Life too, but again, within the app.
No. So what you do?
Acrobating?
No, here's what you do. So you get rid of the backhand, like hide it. Use a default boy or whatever, and hide everything except for the backhand, and design the exact way as the character's backhand, and use that for the poses.
Yeah, I think Ghosty calls that crank-imposing.
Frankenposing. I also call it yes. Green screen Steve has possessed someone's body.
Actually, yeah. But I just don't say green screen Steve. I use I have a character called Invis in Gacha Club. And that's one that I use for like allied stuff. That's how I do like a lot of the spells in Alphwitch Academy.
That's how I do a lot of like the hugs in Cryptid Lens. Actually, if you pay attention.
Get a man, turn him green screen green, and then you can basically like have this do anything. Walk on stage holding an object, and you can pretend that he's not there, even though he is literally right there.
Potentially, I remember when we watched the first Music Freaks episode, all the way back in 2020 on the Butter Bunch, actually, and like one of the things that like blew Aiden's mind actually was when Jake stood up and took his like full plate of food with him. And it was like, he took the full plate, or something. Like, bear in mind, Aiden had already seen the episode, so that got him on the second go as well. So, but yeah, now you mentioned that idea, that's probably how that was done, honestly.
Like green screens, I can just imagine a completely green man walking on stage and interacting with the cast, and I don't know, that mental image is hilarious. Like someone in green screen just walking around making all of the objects float to someone who's doing magic, and it's comedy gold.
Okay, you know where I got the idea to do like to have like a green character like Invis for Alphwitch Academy? I actually got that from Harry Potter, because in the films what they would do for when they had like
Harry Potter
when they had like the floating books or something, was just people in full green bodysuits holding up the books. And I was like, wait a second, that looks ridiculous, but B, I can do that.
I can do that. I got it from you. Also, Avengers bloopers, because they do that too.
Oh, well, it's probably more common than we think it is.
Oh, that looks hilarious every time I edit, and just a green man walks on screen when I forget to green screen him out.
Oh yeah, actually,
Or there's like a green man standing right behind Ulrich holding his sword for him.
actually, you know what? Another movie that does that, Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh.
Yeah. So the Muppets Christmas Carol is the first Muppet movie to have like interesting angles to it, because all the other Muppet movies they'd have to have the puppeteers like underneath the camera shot, so they're all mostly filmed like in one frame. But then, yeah, for the puppeteers in Muppets Christmas Carol, that's why Kermit looks so awkward, just standing there with his back to the screen as like a shooting star goes by or something. It's like, hang on, this feels weird for some reason. Oh, that's because they've because of green screen Steve everywhere.
By the way, Jacob, I
hey.
sent you what I do to like make things better.
There goes Mr. Green Screen. There goes Mr. Steve.
No!
All right, I'm getting these, and okay. Let's get rid of Abraxas.
Yeah, we don't need a Brexus.
Yeah. Now we've proven his hair's brown by now. Okay. So with these two options here, so you can see them like, you know, sort of holding hands at the start. Their arms are obscured in the back. And you can also see so in this version again, you know, without the one arm there. I will say that is similar to before masking or anything that I would do, because I never Franken posed before, honestly, but yeah, before that, my method for hugs was actually just to hide like the front of the back arm, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
So you'd have like the stump, so you can see that from the side, but not the part that would go over someone's face. And then of course the front. So it's just like that you can just hide it in the app.
Yeah,
That's
I think I
probably
did.
a little bit easier.
Yeah, I think I did that twice with Zach and Anna because they hug each other a lot, which makes
Yeah.
you know Pierce jealous.
Yeah, a good way to tell if a scene has been edited by Quadzi is if we don't have that kind of hug, because Quadzi several times in order to like make characters hug, just like have them like hold hands, which is where a lot of the shipping moments came from in season 2 of Mutant Girl, was from the characters like holding hands in that way, because you know with their faces centimeters away from each other. It's like, I mean, I know it's about sharing the screen, but I can see why someone would interpret something this way.
Lilith, how are you?
Good. Just nervous for my first mission. I don't know if I can do it.
Oh, I can help.
I mean, the only way you could help me is doing the mission for me, but I couldn't ask you to do that.
I'll do it.
My
Are
head
you
very
sure,
differently
June?
than how this came out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like I just think like, oh, I can possibly ask you to do that, like so it's just like distractedly looking to the other side or something along those
Yes,
lines,
anything for you.
with a bit of a sly smile.
Sucker.
Wow!
It's a very different tone to what her face is.
Could someone help me to learn to summon my weapon?
How about you help him out, Abraxas?
Yes, sir. First, take a deep breath. Now, focus on its form. Put your hand out and imagine it in your hand.
Imagination.
Yeah.
Wow, it worked! Thank you so much,
Real.
Abraxos.
That's what I'm here for.
Wow, it worked!
Holy smokes!
I must go to my next mission.
Can you help me to learn to teleport later?
Sure thing.
That's season 2 callback, not a season 1. As you know, it is season 1. Never mind.
Wait, what?
Wow. He is so cool.
Could you spare some food, please, sir?
No.
Sir? Sir?
Everyone thought the same thing.
Wait, what? Sir? What?
And this is why I don't specify genders of extras until I've designed them some of the time, unless a character directly addresses them that way.
Sir?
Does that imply this is a trans fallen angel?
Oh my god!
Tiny child.
When is
just
this set? Like
misgendered them?
11th century Greece? 11th?
Potentially, you know. But hey, nice man the yellow hat costume from Curious George.
We love an Asian drag queen. Yes, baby butter. Yes,
we do.
Yes.
Until she decides to like ignore the homeless, but you know, until
Who has time for the homeless when you're looking that fabulous? Nobody click that, please.
I
Mom's
most definitely
typing up.
will.
Oh wait, no, Mom's not here. All right. Also, I love the way that she just kind of she like marched in and stayed in position, and then the character spoke. So, like the way that I would have thought, you know, again, don't remember the exact process, but the way that I would have imagined this would have been done was, you know, she's continuing to walk, and then but then get stopped either by like a hand from the character or just by the character's voice in general, and that's what prompts her to stop, not before that, because it's kind of like dun 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 boom. Please, sir, I want some more. More? Yeah, no, that isn't not quite.
1240 BC. 13th
It doesn't
century?
matter
Is that how BC
too
works?
much.
13th century.
40 BC.
I don't know how.
I mean,
what's
not 2040. I meant
1240. I don't know the difference between. I know it's like before Christ and after Christ. I don't know how it works with centuries. I'm scared.
Well, I think people will just say, you know, the 13th century BC comes before the 12th century BC, and it continues that way.
Remember me for centuries. And there's the bingo for Bond. See? Because you guys started a conversation, and I sing something. Like, that counts as a bingo. Bond.
Hey,
There we
legends
go.
never
Yeah.
die.
Legends never
That counts as a
Hell
complete
yeah.
non sequitur. Okay. All right.
I just want some food. Come on, stay awake. No, not like
Is that
this.
kid wearing glasses?
Yes, actually.
What?
Yep, that kid is wearing glasses, all right.
Wait, what? Wait,
Wait.
what? What?
That kid is wearing glasses.
I don't know the origin of glasses, so I can't say for sure whether or not, you know,
Give me
the
3 seconds.
the ancient
Where's
Greek
baby
had,
butter?
corrected lenses by 1240 BC.
Baby
When
butter.
was
What's called?
this
Wait, no,
invented?
I'm googling this. I'm googling this.
1284.
When was
Actually no.
1284.
Correct.
Alright,
Correct
BC or AD?
spectacles were created in Italy sometimes between 1268 and 1300.
BC or AD?
is correct. Because he's correct. So yeah.
BC or AD?
I got a very different answer.
BC.
Maybe.
Oh, BC. Okay, perfect. Then I guess
I
this
got
is one of the first ever people to have to wear glasses. Kind of seems like if that's such a red.
But we're in Greece, not
Hmm.
Italy.
Oh well, they migrated from Italy, lost all their money. They used to be really rich, as why they could afford the first pairs of glasses in the world.
There are so many. I do not know pronounce that word.
Anachronisms.
What does that even mean?
It means not appropriate for the time.
The original ones that were there were slightly better, and then I changed a few of them, and then the rest were left up to Aiden. So probably my fault. Let's be real here.
Angels go all over the. I think it's meant to say world there. They go all over the world.
All over the
They do.
year.
Somebody
All over the year.
find someone.
My favorite location.
Please,
Yeah.
anyone. All I wanted was some help.
All I want was a bit.
I love it. It's my favorite.
Yeah. I mean, I guess just to bring up Cherub's Tale one last time, I think that was probably Aiden's attempt at recreating the same feel as the child death in Cherub's Tale at that point. Although, if I remember, that one was, that one was it was painful as well, but it was also slow. I don't recall like the child from like, "Be strong for me, Dad. Be strong for me."
Yeah.
That's the difference.
I wrote that. I'm just so proud
yeah.
of that scene.
Well, there you go. Cherub's Tale did something right. The scene that you wrote.
Oh, come on!
That's the end of part 1. There you go.
That was part 1?
Yeah, it was part 1.
There's only part 1?
Aiden, we have so much to talk about.
There's no part. What? I thought this was a full-on movie. Wait, what? No, Aiden, you're talking right.
Oh no, I did specify that at the beginning. Yeah, I might have missed that one.
Like, this is part 1, but I had a myriad of issues. I have no idea when part 2 will be finished. Then why did you post part 1?
Well, I mentioned this before. He wanted to have something out because, given the success of episode 9 of Fallen Angels, season 2, that he wanted to, like, ride that wave, so to speak.
I got
Wait.
When he asked me for a thumbnail, I got quote. He wanted to capitalize on the boom.
Okay, sure. Yeah, wave capitalize on the boom. Whatever version of that sentence you want to say, that's what he was trying to do, and that's what happened. Is my point. You can help with part 2. Did I hype you up? Well, there's one way to solve that problem.
No.
And please.
Like, the editing of this was so bare bones compared to season 2 that this feels like it should have been uploaded earlier.
It was probably in development earlier,
at least
I think, considering the Gacha Plus stuff.
It was around on my computer for 7 months. I think that explains a lot, actually.
Oh.
Like, it's been sitting around on your computer, and you couldn't have touched it up for fidelity at all in that time.
No secret.
It's like, oh no, I'm just gonna edit it the way this is. I'm just going to upload this the way it is. No, I haven't touched it for months, no. Does it look bad? Probably. Am I gonna upload it? Most definitely, yes. It's gonna have the same quality as season 1 Fallen Angels, but that's fine.
I mean, in some ways it does call back to season 1 Fallen Angels. So, on some level I can understand, but that's probably why it's missing a few of the, a few extra sound effects or something that you might have thought of. But yeah, it looks okay. That's how I describe it as well. It looks okay.
It looks okay, but it could look so much better if you probably just looked at the footage and was like, yes, I could definitely touch this up and make it look a little better than it does currently.
Oh, there you go.
That's we can tell.
I mean, say 7 months. Were you doing season 1 7 months ago? That was like a long time, but season 1 was way longer than 7 months ago. Maybe not.
Season 2, not season 1.
Oh, okay. Yeah, right. There we go.
And again, you couldn't have touched this up for fidelity at all. You couldn't have done anything different to make this seem, oh, this is great. Also, I don't have the raw files anymore. There is a difference between not having the raw files and going into a project and adding some effects in your editing program.
I suppose, yeah. Well, the one thing I would have added was a few more sound effects. As far as visual effects, I mean, a lot of those, or those ones that he would have had here, did seem to be there. maybe I would have possibly re-edited some of the montages potentially. Like a few more situations, unless, apart from that one person who just died randomly in the woods, for example. So yeah, a few bits like that, but yeah, for the most part, I can see, I can, for the most part, I get why like everything else was kept. But yeah, I suppose a little bit of TLC would have done it the world of good. But there you have it. Story-wise, I guess I know I said that Thanatos was supposed to be like the main character of this. Yeah, like a lot of I know that he's been somewhat absent for a lot of these scenes, but yeah, eventually that will be hopefully become apparent in the other parts. I forgot exactly where those things came in because it's been quite some time since we actually wrote this, so don't really know anymore. When did we write this? Oh, what was TLC mean again? Tender Love and Care.
Okay.
Or the Learning Channel if you're American, which you are.
The Learning Channel. The Learning Channel doesn't do much learning anymore. It's mostly reality television shows now.
Yeah. I mean, I think they still have I Am Jazz, right? That's at least something that, you learn something from.
Like,
it's still reality
probably,
TV, but it's
but
it's
the
both.
only thing I learn on the Learning Channel is that Dance Moms really wasn't
But
good.
Ghosty,
Oh, right,
if you
yeah.
want to make it look amazing, you could help.
I knew you was gonna say that. I was gonna make that joke earlier. I was like, well, what about the editing? Well, you can help. Actually, wait.
It's already uploaded. What can I do? Download the video?
Well, actually, yes. Technically, you could. You did that with Lion Gate.
I did that with Lion Gate, but do I really do it here?
Maybe like do a scene or something for your channel. Do a scene that you want to particularly focus on, I suppose.
Oh, he means for part 2.
Stop gaslighting Aiden.
Like, no offense, Aiden, but working for you is like jumping straight into Tartarus. I don't know what I'll end up with. Like, no offense, but I'd rather stick my non-existent privates into a toaster.
Purple Shepherd's quaking right now.
I want more. Just get them.
Yes, I know you want more.
Just get them then. God.
I just... Like, you should have heard my rant about Cherub's Tail, where you sent me a single sound effect!
Well, I'm pretty sure you've reiterated that point before to Aiden. That rant was more for the audience who might not have been around when Cherub's Tale was airing or when we reviewed it.
And I was like, Aiden, I would hope with part 2, but I have season 2 of Cryptid Lens to work on that's supposed to come out this year.
Yeah.
Like, I have one more scene left to edit, and then do all the audio stuff, which hopefully you will do, and plus add the sound effects, because I don't know where you get the sound effects, because I've been asking you to get me the sound effects, and then, doing the logo and the thumbnail, but I may find someone to do the logo and thumbnail. I don't know.
I didn't have many sound effects at that point, or music. Yeah, this is what I mean in terms of like that could have been like a good thing to retouch beforehand. That's why, yeah, I follow with them now. Yeah, you do. Yeah, because we sorted that out after the we sorted that out after the after Cherub's Tale, actually, because of the I guess of who sent who. I said it was before Cherub's Tale because I sent them to you before that, but when I originally stopped scoring Fallen Angels, which I think was because I was working on Siren Story at the time, I believe. Not really sure. But yeah, for some reason, again, I ended up being too busy to help with that. I do still have an assigned scene for next episode of Fallen Angels, though. I haven't forgotten about that.
Aiden, send me this audio photo that you have so I can match up with your audio file, because if I do something different with the audio file, people are going to be like, hey, why does it sound so different? Oh, here's the reason why. Aiden never sent me the folder!
Yeah. I guess there is also
common Aiden faux pas,
Yeah,
isn't it?
there is also a thing that I guess if someone isn't talking over the audio and it also hasn't been scored with music, then you could technically replace the sound effects if necessary. But yeah, that's kind of subjective. That depends on the situation. 'Cause if there's music there, it's going to be very awkward. There's other reasons why it might not work, but it's something to consider in the future if that happens when someone sends you without the music. Because I think that's usually what I end up doing. The rare occasion I do end up sending a Fallen Angel scene, usually I've scored it myself, and then Aiden will put the music on afterwards. Or do I put the music on too sometimes? You know what? I don't even know anymore. It's been a long time.
Send it just in case if you're too busy and I have to do some stuff on my own. Just like it's a backup for safety, Like also I realized like some of the subtitles I have been using before I switched to the voice acting, like you cannot see them as well. So like I like I had to like I don't know if I need to. Thing is, I don't really want to exactly go back, but at the same time, I feel like I need to go back to like change like some of the coloring just so people can see it clear as day. Because I don't want people like squinting. I don't know. I have to think about that because I have to use a different thing where it's like there's like an outline, and then like the inside is like the color. If that makes sense.
Kind of seems like the bandages from the Sequels of Plex thumbnail that Ghosty was working on. It's been known to happen, much like the green screen dress in this scene, which is a thing that. Yeah, Ed usually does not. His software was way better at chroma keying than mine was. One of the only things that his one has that mine didn't. But yeah, I guess that was somewhat nostalgic for me as well, seeing some of the visual errors as well on top of the rest of it. Oh, wait, another thing I would have added also, more tables. More tables, please, for the tavern scene.
More tables, please.
Dear. I guess that is...
They had one...
Sorry.
They had a single table with 3 chairs. It was just like middle school prom all over again.
Yeah. Oh, which by the way, I have an off-camera video to show you based on what you've just said.
Oh no.
But okay, I guess we'll sign off for that. I'm trying to think if I've forgotten anything.
I think we already said our pros and cons. Like I didn't say my pros and cons, but I just feel like everyone have the same thoughts as me. So
this is very season 1 Fallen Angels, and I don't enjoy it.
I enjoy it on a callback level at the very least, but yeah, it does feel like a step back.
At a callback level, yes, but it's very unpolished, especially for the time it's being uploaded. Because every single episode of Fallen Angels that will come before this one and after this one will look great. And then there's just
I mean,
one.
the one, yeah. Well, I mean, the biggest step up in visual quality was the episode that came right before this. I will say though, the pacing, if we're comparing it to Cherub's Tale again, I guess, the Cherub's Tale, one of its biggest issue based on how rushed it was its pacing. So yeah, but this one didn't suffer from that, at least not on the same level. There were some scenes where I thought, okay, this could have probably been a little bit slower and it might have been a bit more effective, but for the most part, they were exactly like that they should have been. So there is that too. All right, I think that's that for now. We're gonna watch some Anthony video.
Enough of the whistling plains of Asphodel.
The whimsical plains of Asphodel. Yeah,
What?
okay, yeah. That's the one music choice where I'm like, okay, I question that one. The rest of the music I was fine with, honestly. Okay. All right. But yeah, please leave a like or dislike because your opinion matters. Subscribe to us already. And on that note, until next time, check out the original video, of course. Give that views. Keep that capitalize on that, I guess, if you're rating. And on that note, until next time, farewell.